Hi guys. I am Abhijit from the virtual Canopy, and this is the episode one of campus placement of our alumni. Okay. I will request all the participants, all the podcasters basically, to just turn off their mic when they're not speaking so that it will just reduce the noise. And uh, and let me introduce to our two alumni first, Danish Bhaiya and Saurabh Bhaiya. Okay, we are call him Bhaiya. No need to sir and all. So say hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
And we have other two members of Virtual Canopy, Ritik and Prem. So these are most of the background people or the audiences. So yep. And here we're going to talk about the two campus placement experiences. And first is Capgemini, and second is TCS. Okay, and we will try to make it as short and crisp so you all can get just to the point answers and apply those answers to your campus placement experience. Okay, so let's start the first question. Okay, the most common question is, which language is preferable for the TCS and Capgemini both? You can go, like, who would like to go first?
Okay, let me go first. Who all, as you know, that in Capgemini interviews, the first round is about pseudocode. Okay, and for that, you all can practice using YouTube. Like, there's no specific language in terms of pseudocode. Like, the pseudocode can comes either from C, C++, or Java. And the second round about is English. The third one was about a puzzle round of games, and the fourth one was about behavior round. So in between there was a no coding round. Like in Capgemini's interview, there is no coding. You all have to do just pseudocode. Pseudocode means you have to look into the code and understand what it can give output, what you can go and debug there, what can be there to reduce the complexity. Just three things and keep in mind. Like uh, the star is printing, okay, and in pseudocode the question is where you can find and debug. There's some error. So you have some concept about C, C++, and Java, not in terms of coding, but in terms of looking into the code and figuring out what can be best for to run the code. And after that, there was if you get selected after this all this coding and behavior round, then there will be an HR, and before HR there is technical. So total three. There is no coding in between. And in terms of TCS, Danish can say about it.
Yeah. So, as Saurabh has told, in Capgemini, they have pseudocode. But in TCS, there is one coding round after you clear 3 rounds, mainly aptitude, reasoning, and English. So, 3 sections after you complete those 3 sections, then there is a coding round. 2 questions will be there, as far as I know, in my time when I have given the NQT. So there were 2 questions, and those questions had many programming languages to choose from. I had selected C particularly because the questions were kind of basic, and I didn't plan to go with Python. As I tried with Python first time, the compiler was not able to give the output in a right time. It was getting stuck. So I would suggest you to go with either C, C++, or Java. These three languages will help you clear the coding round. They are basically very easy ones. So just you can practice strings, data structures, a little bit like arrays. That will give you enough confidence to go for that round.
And in terms of language, I want to add one thing. Like whatever language you want to do, go. But just think about this. Like there are multiple language in the world, but most companies prefer for top three, which are C, C++, and Java, because they are stable. Till now, many companies job interviews platform doesn't support Python compiler successfully. There can be some error while you are running or trying to use some inbuilt packages. So the best part is go with Java. Why? Because using Java, first you learn how to code. Second is after that, whenever there is a next interview round in HR or technical, they talk to you about OOP concepts, OOPs and fundamentals. They ask you about that. what do you mean by Java inheritance, what do you mean by encapsulation abstractions, which you won't see in C programming. You won't able to see that. So for that you have to, if you are going with C, then you have to again study about all these OOPS principle, and it is a common question which most companies ask. So if you want to learn about OOPS also and also coding, just try to go with Java. It is the best and preferable choice. And in Quora or you can say Stack Overflow, there are many forums which have many queries about Javas, and you will find answer about that also. And as I'm in company now, what they are training me, and most of them are about .NET and Java, because they support many frameworks. They are ready-made frameworks which you can download and just copy. So the best and safest choice is go with Java and C++ because they are object oriented. C is just a basic programming.
Okay, so that's a very insightful information. Okay, and what I feel about, especially about Java, is ki, like for Java you cannot write a, either you have a you need to be very good at Java programming, and you cannot write a bad code in it. Whether in C++, Python, there might be a chance that you can write a very bad code. Your code might run, but according to standards, it doesn't is not sufficient enough. But in Java, programming doesn't even allow to write a bad code. It is designed the whole architecture is designed in such a way. Okay, let's not go into deep about Java and the C++ because that's going to be a very different topic. You said about that puzzle round, and other round
was about behavior. The fourth one was behavior.
so what happened in the gaming puzzle round? Like what kind of a puzzles were there? It is related to aptitude or something. What should we like
So
basically cover that?
in all this round, the first section is the pseudocode. Then we move to the English one, and after that we move to the puzzle round. So in puzzle, the Capgemini says there are about 24 types of games. Basically, all are related to memory type. Like they will show you a dot, and then you have to click from your mouse where is the dot was. It's a memory type, but don't think it is just a simple game. They will again show you 5 dots in 5 different places, and then you have to remember all of the 5 and click the right places. So one we can select, two we can select, but when it comes to about 5 dots displaying at the same time, and then you have to click and everyone that becomes difficult. So try to don't take the game round as easy, because many people get disqualified and they were back from the interview. So
Okay, so
and
any particular like resource or something where we can practice something, because this is a very new event to me. I never heard about these rounds before.
yeah. In YouTube, there are many like prep bites and all those. They have made a video, and in that video, they have shown the common games which generally comes out of 24. 8 or 9 games generally comes. There's something called pseudocode type, but it's not actual Sudoku, but it's a Sudoku match. So look, okay, and prep bites can help you in YouTube. Prep bites. Search for Capgemini Gaming Round Prep bites. They have a list of good videos.
Okay, so let's come to the English part, and I want Danish Priya to answer because he's like we have a completely discriminated TCS for a while. So, so in both the rounds, there was a one very common thing. Okay, that common thing was English. So, how is like what kind of English? How English plays an important? Because I remember once I was talking to Danish Bhaiya, he said his English was good. That's why he scored quite a good in NQT, right? Because of his English. So, how English plays an important role? What kind of English plays? Because there are different types of English, like communication English, writing English, even content writing is a kind of English. But what kind of English? No, a student can expect in those rounds.
So basically in TCS, the English round, questions where I thought the questions will be very advanced type, but they were of intermediate level. As we have studied in our school days from 10 to 12, whatever English uh, courses we did, uh, whatever whatever they have taught us during that period, that was helpful. Even if I didn't practice the advanced one, still I sat in the exam and I was able to answer most of the questions. They were really easy. The ones which you also know, I would name those, are like prepositions, fill in the blanks. Then there was there was a paragraph, and we have to understand what the paragraph is saying, and in the next further succeeding questions, we have to answer according to those. Then there was some other questions which I'm not able to recall, but they were really pretty easy. So I would suggest that you can go and search we don't need to browse any YouTube videos for English. So you can just go and search for indiabix.com website, and you can practice those questions. I've practiced from there only. One of my friends suggested. So that was really helpful. And yeah, that's the most easiest round, and that helped me clear. As far as the other rounds were concerned, each round was of 600 marks. So total of the 3 rounds, they were 1800, right? I managed to score above 50% in each. But basically, the English marks were the highest one. Like I scored 580 or 570 something out of 600. So that gave me a boost. And yeah, the aptitude one, I didn't practice much, but I was able to secure above 50%. Yeah. So that's why, and reasoning was like the mixture of English and what you say, aptitude. Yeah, that it was relatively easier as compared to aptitude.
Okay, so that's I think was it different for the Capgemini or very similar experience?
See, in each exam, there's one of the toughest elimination section is there. Okay, so the toughest elimination section for Capgemini's exam is about pseudocode round because it is the first round. Out of 30 minutes, you have to solve 30 questions. So this means like one pseudocode for 1 minute. But the best thing is that there is no negative marking. So try to cope up, even if you are not able to solve the last 10, but there's no negative marking. You can understand. Like still you can try. So many people uh, get deselected because of this section, like pseudocode. And for TCS, I would like to say that the toughest section in TCS is aptitude round because many people get out because of aptitude. The English in both the companies' exam are similar, not too different, and everything is same. But in TCS, the aptitude you have to prepare for it the more, and for Capgemini you have to prepare more for pseudocode. So keep in mind for that because it is tough. Like it's challenging, not tough. It's like challenging.
Okay, so and the other thing, all this related to aptitude, English, and the gaming rounds. Okay, but in Capgemini, there was a very specific about second round, like senior analyst post. Okay, like there was an analyst and the senior analyst post. Was it there for at your time also, or it is?
No. It was not there for my time. But one of my friend was in Manipal University, and there the company came with two offers, like for 4 lakhs and the second one for 7 lakhs. After you clear the 4 lakh criteria, after you have given the exam, they will give you a list in the college mail who all can appear for the 7 lakh one. And in there will be two questions in the coding round. If you clear it, it doesn't mean that you are selected for that. It means you are eligible for 7 lakhs interview. Okay, like in Manipal University, the Capgemini came and out of they selected 300 students, and in that 300 students, only 16 were selected for senior analyst role. So it's like that. You have to score good in coding round. Only then there is a chance that you will get a 7 lakh package.
Okay. My next question is. Talking about the interview preparation. Okay, there are a lot of myths about interviews. Like okay, grooming and all is really important aspect, but most of the people, what they focus too much on the confidence rather than answers. Okay, like I have seen people who have like full of confidence, but they don't have any right answers. So how, like, right answers versus confidence, which should be the preferences? Like, no, like people say wrong answers very confidently. Does it help or not? Basically.
It doesn't help. Basically, it doesn't help because it shows uh, the other person foolness. Like if someone is more intelligent than you, and if we are giving in front of him a wrong answer, we will a fool in front of him. So it's better that to say no and try to learn about it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Okay, that was my very personal doubt. Okay, so it got cleared. And there's another thing in the interviews is like what kind of interview questions were in the TCS and the Capgemini? Like topics where, like you told previously, that was related to OOPS and no, very much related to object-oriented programming. And is there something off topic also? We heard that, there's sometimes off topic questions are also asked, like not every time, but sometimes. So, did you get any off topic answers or any good question? Do you recall? And there's something called pen paper test. Like in interviews, I've heard that they will give you a coding, like suppose, no, like how to add a node in like this. They will tell you to write a small code basically on a pen and paper, not the exact code, but kind of a pseudo code in itself. So how was your interview experience in regarding all those aspects?
Um, as far as I can recall, in this COVID, there is no pen paper round. It's all notepad round. Like you have to type in notepad. Okay, so uh, the off topic questions which the company can ask is about your experience, like whether you have done internship. If yes, so what do you feel as compared to your college while doing a project in college and versus a project in internship. So they will try to know about you. You have already given your technical round and everything, so they don't want to test you on more on technicals part. They want to now check your personal part, like how do you manage in when you are in pressure? If there is a problem, how you ask your seniors? So it's like that. If you are given the earlier rounds of technicals, then they will more focus on your personal things, like uh, will you able to manage, will you be able to manage the pressure, the work, the clients, how good is your communication? It's like that. And what is TCS like, Danis?
Yeah. So in TCS, as you, if you don't know, I will tell you, like the rounds are in successions. First one is technical. As soon as you are fine, like they are fine with you, that you play the technical round well, they will give the next round. They will hand out the baton to the next person who is the manager. That one is the managerial round. And then at last is the HR round. That is like the shortest one. The major one is technical round. So for me, off-topic questions weren't asked in technical round. That was the role job of the managerial round. So that's why TCS has added another round called as managerial round for all those off-topic questions which Saurabh has discussed relating to our projects, internships. The technical round, some people, I have heard that some people have got questions related to networking, basic questions like what is a what is a VPN, the basic questions, not even that much we can get, how we can connect uh, like whatever the connections like bus, star, simple questions, and operating system questions, what is paging, fault fault paging, what is that? So those were the off topic questions, very little they asked, and that too I think for computer science students, not for students from EC or mechanical background. For them, they were asking their background related questions little bit, and some questions were on coding, like coding question. I was asked only one question, that they asked me to write to tell or explain in notepad about an array program without sorting, like without using any bubble sort or selection sort technique. We have to sort the array in descending or ascending order, and we have to sort in such a way. I'm not able to recall that question because I was in pressure at that moment. Yeah, so basically they told me to sort in descending order without any sorting technique. So I just told them the concept. As I said, I am not able to share the screen. There was some technical error from my side. So I politely asked them, requested them that I won't be able to show the screen, share the screen. So yeah, they agreed it. And whatever question, this is from my side, as I have experienced the technical round, there were 12 questions for me. Okay. I told like I am a proficient in C and I know basics of Java. Though I know basics of Java, the technical interviewer, he was asking me questions from Java only, that too, which were not basics. So I had to politely decline. Like, sir, I don't know the answer to this question. Yeah, but I will get back to you.
That's so HRish line. I will get back to you. I think you said that was an HR line, right? I will get
Yeah.
back to you.
Yeah.
So, after hearing all your conversations, like, what is your, how you would have reacted when you didn't know the answers? It is very obvious that everybody doesn't know the answer of every question, especially in the interview rounds. So, how you have, tackled that situation, basically?
Yeah. So when when the technical person asked me a question which I wasn't able to answer, and they were in successions, right? First question I was able to answer, that was basic difference between parameterized, non-parameterized. So that can give anyone a confidence, like next question will be also easy. So next question he asked me related to abstraction connected with constructors in constructors. So I was not able to answer that, but I took 3 or 4 seconds to like think about it. Not I didn't said outright that I'm not able to answer this question. Okay, and same goes for the coding one. When he asked me to give the logic or to write the code in that notepad, I took 10 seconds to think like what will be the procedure, like how will I go about solving the problem, at least even if you don't know. Many people in that situation, I was also in that situation. In pressure, you will forget even the basic things. Uh, so just I kept a smiling face like which I have now. I have practiced this so much. So I just kept like that, and yeah, the person also at the end of the technical round, he was like, "Okay, Danish, actually, I am good with Java. That's why I asked you." He was smiling and he told, "No need to worry. Next, you can attend the next round."
Okay. So, guys, pro tip: if you don't answer, just smile. And I think your interview is just like there's a proverb called "Khel gaya tumhare saath." It just happened with you. So, how was your Saurabh, how was your interview experience overall when you didn't able to answer the question, or you are that kid who answered all?
I think they asked me which I know, and
Okay,
the thing is that the off topic, the last question which you asked now, what if they ask off topic questions? Like, I want to clarify more. The most common off topic question is, tell me about yourself. Okay. So whether you
tell me
go,
something which is not on your resume.
yeah, no, they won't try to go out from your resume because there's a time constraint. Okay. So the reason they ask you, tell me about yourself, is that because if within 2 minutes you should be able to tell your whole life journey in engineering and little bit of a personal also. So whether you go in a technical round or a managerial round or HR round or whichever round you want to go, even in a telephonic round, okay, they will ask you about, tell me about yourself. The very first question they will ask. So this is the most common off-topic question. The second thing is, like, one of my friend asked me, what if I don't know something about stack, and they tell me to use stack to reverse a string. Okay. So I said, try to convince them, can I use another way? Like my friend was in electronics and he was going to give interview for Wipro. So the same thing happened to him then. There, they asked to do some sorting using stack. So what he said, sir, I don't know about stack, but I can do it in the terms of arrays. I can sort using arrays, using all the predefined methods. So they agreed. Because he was electrical background, he don't know much about core computers and all the coding questions. So they agreed. So the managers or all the technical round, the people who take, they're all flexible, but you have to show them that you want to try. If they ask you basic questions about constructor, it's not that you can say directly no to them. Understood? There must be some backup, because then there will be no logical way to work in that company.
Right. When you say no directly, it is like you have been prepared for saying no, not you have not prepared for telling the answer. Just you have prepared. हाँ, कुछ भी हो, don't know, just don't know. It is like you have a full preparation for saying don't know, sir.
If we are saying no, then there must be some convincing subject with it also. Like, yeah, I don't know because of this. What? There should be some backup. Okay, why you don't know this?
Okay, so there's one pro tip from my side. Like, don't end your that 2 minute about yourself something phrasal like that. Yeah, that's it, or that's pretty much it. We say in a common terms a lot when I'm talking to a guest or something. We say that, but don't end it in a interview. Yeah, that's pretty much it about me. That's pretty much work. Proverb is like phrase doesn't work. So use something better, and that's all about me. So it works, but that's pretty much about it. Hell no, please don't. This is very personal tip. And okay, let's come to the one of the most common questions. Okay, it happened. I think we all have been asked, and we have also asked this question: what is the highest package of your batch in the on-campus placement? And you can say about off-campus too, which like your known on-campus highest package from our university.
In our university, I guess the Byju's came with 10 lakhs, but it was about like the job profile was of marketing, and so I can't say that Byju's in terms of for engineering students, but they came for engineers. So if you go with the engineering profession, there was a role about pre-sales engineer from Dell with a package of 7 lakh. So many people got selected in that. So it was a nice role, like pre-sales engineer help.
Sales engineer sounds different, but related to engineering. Okay.
No. They are engineering job. Like what they have to do, whatever product you make, okay, whatever product a company makes, like they are making a Teams app, okay. Mm-hmm. So you have to market it, because unless you market, there won't be funding in your company. It will get crash. Mm-hmm. So it's your job to talk with the HR of another company or engineer of another company. And if their budget is say about 50,000, and they said in 50,000, I want HTML, CSS and the forms in my website. And then you have to talk back to your engineer, or you yourself have to customize the code. So it's a more interesting job. Like at the same time, you have to have a great communication skills and a little bit of our engineering also. So pre-sales engineer works in that environment. It's a good profession. Many people don't know about it.
Okay. So guys, if Dell comes again, you know what you have to do. And I will ask. Okay, one question you can ask Ritik. Any question which you would like to ask, because we are gonna end this really soon.
First of all, I would like to give a tip on like saying no. Like saying directly no, I have really experienced that, and I've got scolded from my HR as well as manager, so that's okay. And that's it about myself. So yeah, that's a big no. I have done that mistake as well. And the question that I want to ask is a bit complex, like related to college placements itself. So let's say you have got placed in a college placement company, okay? So let's say you have got placed of a 7 lakh role from Capgemini or a 4 lakh role. Let's be neutral here, okay? And then you try for an off-campus placement wherein you have got a better offer. But as soon as you're hired from Capgemini, you'll sign a bond. So what would you like to comment on that?
It's not like that. As soon as you join, you get an offer letter, you have to sign a bond. It's like when you are going to the company, you have to go with a bond. And the next thing which I'd like to say is don't worry about bonds, because if you want to learn in your initial life, this company help you to achieve that, because there are many training sessions and everything is there. They have a funding to help you learn. So in that way, in the company's term, they want you to grow and them to grow as well, because they're investing in you.
Okay. How's your current? You both are, I think, I guess, in training round periods, right? Like, not you didn't get assigned any particular projects. So, how's your training experience so far? Like TCS and Capgemini.
Danish, I think you should go first.
TCS is the people I'm most excited about. Hey, what happened in TCS? I've heard so many things on LinkedIn. Is it true or what?
Yeah. So after like getting the in the starting of the your first journey in TCS, there will be some induction round of 3 days. Then they will speak about all the policies, and after that, the next day they will start with the business skills training. All the trainings which you need to like communicate in a business environment, how you should behave, what are the conducts which you need to focus on. That will be 1 week, and that's not rigorous. Afterwards, there is technical skills around training, which will be given to those who have not cleared in the particular period. Like there is in TCS, we have this training period, which is self study. Like we have to study on our own. They will give the resources. Okay. So we have to study and we have to clear a particular exam. So after clearing that exam, we know we don't need to attend that training, which will be happening after the business training. So I cleared that, and I didn't. There wasn't any need for me to attend the what you say technical training. Basically, that was about the training was about all the technical skills which they have assigned to you for a particular in life. There were three programming languages: Java, Python, and .NET. I was assigned to .NET, which was really new to me. So after many attempts, I passed the exam. Like on the deadline, I just passed the exam, and I was free from the what is a 1 month training after that business one. So yes, basically, if you don't pass the exam, again the training will be given by TCS associates. Okay, and it will be quite rigorous, not as easygoing as which we have done before. Afterwards, after you have to wait for a month or two to get assigned to. If you are lucky, you'll be assigned to a unit. So currently, my unit is Microsoft Business Unit in Data and Artificial Intelligence. So I was lucky that I got assigned to this unit. There they are having a daily session for 1 or 2 hours. This one is also self studied one, but they have assigned for those who are like in mechanical or electrical background. So and that will help also others as for computer science students who are interested in taking the training. So here we have to take certain certifications, and after doing some like learning some particular skills which they have assigned, they will give the project after 1 month. Yeah.
And what about Capgemini?
It's like you cannot stay free once you get into a company. Okay. And the thing is, like, unless you get a project, there will be a continuous training. If you finish one training, they will put you in another one. So you need to every time upskill, get upskilled.
Okay, so that answers a lot of questions about Capgemini. I think few people have a like not few people will think about giving a Capgemini exam. Okay, so I would like to thank Danish Bhai and Saurabh Bhai for answering all the questions, and hope so, guys. We have cleared most of your doubts. If we missed some, okay, there will be link of these two great people. Okay, so of their LinkedIn profile, you can message them or you can ask in the comments. Okay, we will try to reach you out and we will answer those questions through our Instagram. All the links are in description below. And we are planning to do these series of different, as soon as the more companies will come, we'll continue forward with this series. Or any idea particular to placements and all, like these two people, if they have time on Saturday and Sundays, they can come and they can give some extra things related to. So whatever your doubts are, whatever questions are, comments below. And I don't know why I'm feeling like full-fledged YouTuber, but karna padta hai. So yep. Thank you guys.
And do not forget to follow us on Discord.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the links, just go follow everywhere, join everywhere, Discord and all. We are the team of Virtual Canopy. Thank you very much, guys, for
Thank you
listening
so
to us.
much.
And bye. See you.
Bye bye.